Today we're gonna make gumbo, seafood gumbo. Let's talk gumbo. Gumbo really is like the intersection of African, Native American, and European cuisine. Obviously, everybody associates gumbo with Louisiana, with New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans a bunch. I love Louisiana. I love the food down there. And this is just one of my all-time favorite dishes to make and eat. It starts off with the trinity. Celery, onion, and bell pepper. We're gonna wash some celery and dice up this stuff, and it's gonna be kind of the base of our gumbo. Ta-da! Celery. Celery. There's three kind of methods that people use to thicken their gumbo. One is with okra, the second is with filet powder, and the third, which is what we're gonna do, is with a roux. We're gonna do a really dark roux. We're gonna see how dark we can take it. I like to get it really as dark as I can. And it's gonna start smelling like burnt popcorn when we're doing it. When you smell that, you know that someone's making one of two things. Popcorn, and they're burning it, or gumbo. Onion, onion. Don't worry about me. Oh. Whew, we got our trinity done. Oh, celery, pepper, and onion. Ready to go right on in here. It's a beautiful thing. And then we're gonna do garlic and jalapeno. Slice and dice. I'm taking the seeds out because I'm a little baby. I don't want that in there. Ugh, garlic. How do I love thee? Add that into the jalapeno. Done. Shrimp. Shrimp! We're gonna take the shells off of these. Working along the backside of the shrimp. We're just gonna cut up it like this. Basically, I'm gonna go here and remove that. And then it all just kind of like peels right off. Ta-da! Ta-da! And you can see right in there, that is the poop chute. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna throw this away. And we've got a nicely clean, peeled, and deveined shrimp. We'll save the shells, put our shrimp in here, and we're good to go. I'm gonna sit here and keep on peeling and deveining. Honestly, this is kind of annoying. I probably should have just bought them peeled and deveined, but I wanted to be fancy. I finished peeling. They just look beautiful, am I right? And I've got all my shells over here saved. I'm gonna heat up my shrimp shells. That's kind of hard to say, shrimp shells. I'm gonna heat up my shrimp shells and add the chicken stock and let that infuse. Yes. I'm hungry. I'm ready for this. Shrimp shells are going in. It's starting to kind of like snap, crackle, and pop in there. They're looking good, getting some nice color on them. That's gonna be delightful. While it infuses, we can start on our roux. That smells so good. Damn, that's good. So a roux is a combination of a fat and flour. In this instance, we're using vegetable oil and all-purpose flour. The number one rule when making your roux, use a wooden spoon. You don't want to use a whisk. The thing about a whisk is that it has all these little edges and you can get caught kind of, and the roux that you make for gumbo is like lava. Like that shit, if it flicks out and burns you, that will hurt you so bad. So do not use a whisk. Use a wooden spoon. No to whisk, yes to wooden spoon. No to whisk, yes to spoon. No to whisk, yes to spoon. I'm gonna do it over medium-high heat. We're gonna add our oil and our flour right away, all at once, okay? We're gonna add our flour. It's in. People I've heard time themselves to see how fast they can make a roux. We're not gonna do it like that necessarily, but we should be able to get our roux done in like 20 minutes, okay? Yeah, like this is good. Okay, whoo, this is good. This is like getting like chocolatey color. All right. The trinity has gone in. Yes, this is looking so good. So now I've lowered the heat slightly, and I'm just gonna let my trinity cook in here, and then I'll add in the garlic and the jalapeno. Whew, she's looking good. You know, one thing that I've heard, there's as many gumbos as there are mamas, which I think is very true because everyone has their own recipe. Everyone does it a bit differently. I'm basing my recipe off all the people I learned how to make gumbo from back in Louisiana and kind of making it into my little version here. And it's looking really good, I gotta admit. I'm happy with this. God, I love gumbo. I'm gonna add in my garlic and jalapeno. Boop. We'll add in our stock and let that simmer, and then at the end we'll add in our seafood, which is shrimp and crab. The gumbo has been cooking for a little over half an hour now, and it's looking really good, nice and like slightly thickened. You don't want it to be like thick. It's not gonna be like a bechamel or anything like that, but it's got a nice like silky, thicker texture to it, which is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm gonna add in my shrimp, let those cook, and then I'll add in the crab meat. It's gonna be good. Shrimp are going on in. And these are gonna go in and kind of cook just until they're like nice and pink, you know? As shrimp usually do. I'm so excited. I'm gonna add the crab meat now because the shrimp is basically done. It's fucked up how good this looks. It's perfect. I'll put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in here. We're also gonna put a little bit of lemon juice in here too. Squeeze her on in. It's crazy how good this looks. Even crazier how good it tastes. Whoa. This here gumbo is done. I do have some scallion. I'm gonna garnish it with some scallion, but I think I'm also gonna put some scallion in it. Scallion goes in. Oh boy. I'm so happy. Rice on top. Let's give her a whirl. It's so good. It's so rich, and yet it's also kind of light because of the seafood, and then the lemon juice kind of like helps lighten it and brighten it. This is so good. You have to try to make this. Please promise me you guys are gonna make this because you're not gonna be upset. You're gonna be like, thank you, Farideh, for teaching me how to make gumbo. And that's how you make seafood gumbo.